and that risk of getting a flat tire or crashing, that adrenaline, and that part of it makes you live. I like that living in the moment, and there's not a lot of things that can do that for me. You know, and then we're racing all over the country. You know, we race in snow, mud, rain, every condition. I mean, the snow is by far the hardest that I've ever raced on. It's not very often that you have a career in racing and do something that's completely different that you've never done before, and that rallying brought me to that. I think a driver can get in a rally car and really make a huge improvement over, you know, a vehicle. And I think that's really unique and cool. I just don't see that in other forms of racing. Ralling's a race against yourself. And it's not a matter of going out to the racetrack and following the fast guy, just making a lap around him and seeing his lines. You can't do that in rallying. We see the roads once or twice. We don't see them again for another year, if not years. And you get one shot at it. It's pure. You know, it's a normal road that's locked down. Anybody can drive it. You know, until they decide to lock it down, you get to race down as fast as you can, once or twice. One of the biggest things I really enjoy about rallying is that the cars don't need to be super modified. I mean, we're racing against pickup trucks, we're racing against sports cars, we're an SUV. You can pick a car, make some small modifications. For me, it's strength in the vehicle, so that way it's reliable, and then, you know, dampers, and you run it. Running an SUV, which is a not conventional vehicle for rallying, we're way heavier than everyone else. We knew we were down on horsepower, but we knew we had reliability. So for us, the whole year has been consistent results. We knew that the rough roads needed really good dampers. That's like you have contact with the road, you'll be able to stay on the road, first of all. TEIN made us specific dampers for our car. We had cars that were made for, we had dampers that were made for a Subaru that would work, but then TEIN built us dampers specifically for our application, which ended up being longer eye-to-eye or longer stroke travel, which gave us more wheel travel than we had before. And so TEIN came out and helped us do a bunch of tuning last year, and we got the dampers dialed, and this year it's been amazing. We left the engine stock, we left the transmission stock. It's a 6-speed automatic. We welded the diff, I just ran it, and just put fuel and tires in it. I don't have to work with anybody. You know, we basically can search for sponsors, but I'm not gonna search for sponsors that are gonna set me back. So I'll only work with the best people that I can, and if I can't, then I'll buy what I need to buy. One of the biggest things I learned from my dad and his career, and all the advice he gave me over the years, is to surround yourself with the best people you can. TEIN feels like a smaller family type business, so it feels like we're dealing with friends and colleagues, and it feels like somebody actually wants to help us, and that's so important to us because the season is so fast paced and you don't really have time to mess around and wait around.
TEIN.